in cutting-edge industries such as pharmaceuticals and aeronautics. Quebec films, music, literary works, and food have international stature, especially in La Francophonie, an association of French-speaking nations. Montreal, Canada's second-largest city and the second-largest mainly French-speaking city in the world after Paris, is famous for its cultural diversity. Ontario. At more than 12 million, the people of Ontario make up more than one-third of Canadians. The large and culturally diverse population, natural resources, and strategic location contribute to a vital economy. Toronto is the largest city in Canada and the country's main financial centre. Many people work in the service or manufacturing industries, which produce a large percentage of Canada's exports. The Niagara region is known for its vineyards, wines, and fruit crops. Ontario farmers raise dairy and beef cattle, poultry, and vegetable and grain crops. Founded by United Empire Loyalists, Ontario also has the largest French-speaking population outside of Quebec, with a proud history of preserving their language and culture. There are 5 Great Lakes located between Ontario and the United States: Lake Ontario, Lake Erie, Lake Huron, Lake Michigan in the USA, and Lake Superior, the largest freshwater lake in the world. Prairie provinces. Manitoba, Saskatchewan, and Alberta are the prairie provinces, rich in energy resources and some of the most fertile farmland in the world. The region is mostly dry with cold winters and hot summers. Manitoba. Manitoba's economy is based on agriculture, mining, and hydroelectric power generation. The province's most populous city is Winnipeg, whose Exchange District includes the most famous street intersection in Canada, Portage and Main. Winnipeg's French Quarter, Saint-Boniface, has Western Canada's largest Francophone community at 45,000 people. Manitoba is also an important centre of Ukrainian culture, with 14% reporting Ukrainian origins, and the largest Aboriginal population of any province at over 15%. Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan, once known as the breadbasket of the world and the wheat province, has 40% of the arable land in Canada and is the country's largest producer of grains and oilseeds. It also boasts the world's richest deposits of uranium and potash used in fertilizer and produces oil and natural gas. Regina, the capital, is home to the Training Academy of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Saskatoon, the largest city, is the headquarters of the mining industry and an important educational, research, and technology centre. Alberta. Alberta is the most populous prairie province. The province and the world-famous Lake Louise in the Rocky Mountains were both named after Princess Louise Caroline Alberta, 4th daughter of Queen Victoria. Alberta has 5 national parks, including Banff National Park, established in 1885. The rugged Badlands house some of the world's richest deposits of prehistoric fossils and dinosaur finds. Alberta is the largest producer of oil and gas, and the oil sands in the north are being developed as a major energy source. Alberta is also renowned for agriculture, especially for the vast cattle ranches that make Canada one of the world's major beef producers. The West Coast. British Columbia is known for its majestic mountains and as Canada's Pacific Gateway. The Port of Vancouver, Canada's largest and busiest, handles billions of dollars in goods traded around the world. Warm air streams from the Pacific Ocean gives the BC coast a temperate climate. British Columbia. British Columbia, or BC, on the Pacific coast, is Canada's westernmost province, with a population of 4 million. The Port of Vancouver is our gateway to the Asia-Pacific. About 1/2 of all the goods produced in BC are forestry products, including lumber, newsprint, and pulp and paper products, the most valuable forestry industry in Canada. BC is also known for mining, fishing, and the fruit orchards and wine industry of the Okanagan Valley. BC has the most extensive park system in Canada, with approximately 600 provincial parks. The province's large Asian communities have made Chinese and Punjabi the most spoken languages in the cities after English. The capital, Victoria, is a tourist centre and headquarters of the Navy's Pacific Fleet. The Northern Territories. The Northwest Territories, Nunavut, and Yukon contain 1/3 of Canada's landmass but have a population of only 100,000 people. There are gold, lead, copper, diamond, and zinc mines. Oil and gas deposits are being developed. The North is often referred to as the land of the midnight sun because at the height of summer, daylight can last up to 24 hours. In the winter, the sun disappears and darkness sets in for 3 months. The Northern Territories have long, cold winters and short, cool summers. Much of the north is made up of tundra, the vast rocky Arctic plain. Because of the cold Arctic climate, there are no trees on the tundra and the soil is permanently frozen. Some continue to earn a living by hunting, fishing, and trapping. Inuit art is sold throughout Canada and around the world. Yukon. Thousands of miners came to the Yukon during the gold rush of the 1890s. As celebrated in the poetry of Robert W. Service, mining remains a significant part of the economy. The White Pass and Yukon Railway opened from Skagway in neighboring Alaska to the territorial capital, Whitehorse, in 1900, and provides a spectacular tourist excursion across precipitous passes and bridges. Yukon holds the record for the coldest temperature ever recorded in Canada, minus 63 degrees Celsius. Caption. Images of Mount Logan and Sir William Logan with caption. Mount Logan, located in the Yukon, is the highest mountain in Canada. It is named in honor of Sir William Logan, a world-famous geologist, born in Montreal in 1798 to Scottish immigrant parents. Logan founded and directed the Geological Survey of Canada from 1842 to 1869 and is considered one of Canada's greatest scientists. Northwest Territories. The Northwest Territories, NWT, were originally made up in 1870 from Rupert's Land and the Northwestern Territory. The capital, Yellowknife, with a population of 20,000, is called the Diamond Capital of North America. More than half the population is Aboriginal, Dene, Inuit, and Métis. The Mackenzie River, at 4,200 kilometers, is the second longest river system in North America after the Mississippi, and drains an area of 1.8 million square kilometers. Nunavut. Nunavut, meaning our land in Inuktitut, was established in 1999 from the eastern part of the Northwest Territories, including all of the former district of Keewatin. The capital is Iqaluit, formerly Frobisher Bay, named after the English explorer Martin Frobisher, who penetrated the uncharted Arctic for Queen Elizabeth I in 1576. The 19-member Legislative Assembly chooses a premier and ministers by consensus. The population is about 85% Inuit, and Inuktitut is an official language and the first language in schools. Captions. Image of an Inuit boy in Nunavut. Image of a caribou with caption. The caribou, also called reindeer, is a popular game for hunters and a symbol of Canada's north. The Canadian Rangers. Canada's vast north brings security and sovereignty challenges. Dealing with harsh weather conditions in an isolated region, the Canadian Rangers, part of the Canadian Forces Reserves, militia, play a key role. Drawing on Indigenous knowledge and experience, the Rangers travel by snowmobile in the winter and all-terrain vehicles in the summer from Resolute to the magnetic North Pole, and keep the flag flying in Canada's Arctic.
Study questions. One of the basic requirements of citizenship is to demonstrate that you have adequate knowledge of Canada. The citizenship test is used to assess your knowledge of Canada and the rights and responsibilities of being a citizen in Canada. All the citizenship test questions are based on information provided in this study guide. You will be asked about facts and ideas presented in the guide. The following questions are similar to the questions that are found on the citizenship test. Use these questions to prepare for your test. All the answers can be found in this study guide. What are the 3 responsibilities of citizenship? A. Being loyal to Canada, recycling newspapers, serving in the Navy, Army, or Air Force. B. Obeying the law, taking responsibility for oneself and one's family, serving on a jury. C. Learning both official languages, voting in elections, belonging to a union. D. Buying Canadian products, owning your own business, using less water. The correct answer is B. Obeying the law, taking responsibility for oneself and one's family, serving on a jury. What is the meaning of the Remembrance Day poppy? A. To remember our sovereign, Queen Elizabeth II. B. To celebrate Confederation? C. To honor prime ministers who have died. D. To remember the sacrifice of Canadians who have served or died in wars up to the present day. The correct answer is D. To remember the sacrifice of Canadians who have served or died in wars up to the present day. 3. How are members of Parliament chosen? A. They are appointed by the United Nations. B. They are chosen by the provincial premiers. C. They are elected by voters in their local constituency or riding. D. They are elected by landowners and police chiefs. The correct answer is C. They are elected by voters in their local constituency or riding. Other study questions. The following are some other study questions that you can use to prepare for the citizenship test. Name 2 key documents that contain our rights and freedoms. Identify 4 rights that Canadians enjoy. Name 4 fundamental freedoms that Canadians enjoy. What is meant by the equality of women and men? What are some examples of taking responsibility for yourself and your family? Who were the founding peoples of Canada? Who are the Métis? What does the word Inuit mean? What is meant by the term responsible government? Who was Sir Louis Hippolyte Lafontaine? What did the Canadian Pacific Railway symbolize? What does Confederation mean? What is the significance of the discovery of insulin by Sir Frederick Banting and Charles Best? What does it mean to say that Canada is a constitutional monarchy? What are the 3 branches of government? What is the difference between the role of the Queen and that of the Prime Minister? What is the highest honor that Canadians can receive? When you go to vote on Election Day, what do you do? Who is entitled to vote in Canadian federal elections? In Canada, are you obliged to tell other people how you voted? After an election, which party forms the government? Who is your member of Parliament? What are the 3 levels of government? What is the role of the courts in Canada? In Canada, are you allowed to question the police about their service or conduct? Name 2 Canadian symbols. What provinces are referred to as the Atlantic provinces? What is the capital of the province or territory that you live in? For more information about Canadian citizenship, you can obtain citizenship application information and take advantage of the many resources that are available by telephone. For all areas within Canada, the toll-free call centre number is 1-888-242-2100. Online. You can visit the Citizenship and Immigration website at www.cic.gc.ca. Discover Canada can be downloaded from this website. Citizenship classes. To obtain more information about citizenship classes, contact schools and colleges in your area. Go to your local library or community center. Contact local settlement agencies or ethnocultural associations. For more information about Canada, ask a librarian to help you find books and videos about Canada. You could begin by asking for these books. The Canada Yearbook, published by Statistics Canada. Canada, a Portrait, published by Statistics Canada. How Canadians Govern Themselves by Eugene Forsey. It can be found online at the Library of Parliament at www.parl.gc.ca. The Canadian Encyclopedia, including the Youth Encyclopedia of Canada, www.thecanadianencyclopedia.com. The Story of Canada, written by Janet Lunn and Christopher Moore, published by Leicester Publishing Limited. Symbols of Canada, published by Canadian Heritage. A Crown of Maples, published by Canadian Heritage. Canada, A People's History, Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. Canada's History, published by Canada's National History Society. Kayak, Canada's history magazine for kids, published by Canada's National History Society. For more information about federal programs and services, you can obtain information about Canada by telephone or on the Internet. By telephone, call toll-free 1-800-O-Canada, 1-800-622-6232, or 1-800-465-7735 TTY. Internet. The Government of Canada website contains information about many government programs and services. It can be found at www.canada.gc.ca. The following are other websites of interest that provide information on topics found in this guide. Websites about Canada. The Crown and Governor-General, www.gg.ca. Canadian Heritage, www.pch.gc.ca. Atlas of Canada, atlas.nrcan.gc.ca/index.html. Teachers and Youth Corner, www.cic.gc.ca/English/English/games/index.asp. Parks Canada, www.parkscanada.gc.ca. Institute for Canadian Citizenship, www.icc-icc.ca. The Historica Dominion Institute, www.historica-dominion.ca. The Canadian Experience, a civic literacy project for the new mainstream, www.cdnexperience.ca. Websites about Canadian history. Canadian Confederation, www.collectionscanada.gc.ca/index-e.html. Confederation for Kids, www.collectionscanada.gc.ca/confederation/kids/index .html. First among equals, the Prime Minister in Canadian life and politics. www.collectionscanada.gc.ca/Prime Ministers. Virtual Museum of Canada. www.virtualmuseum.ca. Canadian War Museum. www.warmuseum.ca. Canadian Black History. www.cic.gc.ca/English/Games/Main.asp. Websites about military history and remembrance. A Day of Remembrance. www.vac-content/other/remember/dayremembrance.pdf. Heroes and Poppies, An Introduction to Remembrance, available in hard copy version only. Order at https://crorders-command @item_list_education kits. Canada Remembers. www.vac-history-history/infosheets. Historical booklets. www.vac-remembers/sub-source=history/series. Websites about government. Parliament of Canada. www.parl.gc.ca. I Can Vote. #Index #Lang #E &Text only =false. Canada's System of Justice. www.justice.gc.ca/ENG DEPT-min-pub/JUST. Websites about geography. Geography quizzes. atlas.nrcan.gc.ca/site/English/learning resources/quizzes/index.html. Websites about creating a greener Canada. Sustainable development. www.pc.gc.ca/index_e.asp. Being energy efficient. www.nrcan.gc.ca/index-eff-index/eng.php. Websites about getting involved. Volunteer Canada. www.volunteer.ca. Volunteer opportunities related to the environment. www.ec.gc.ca/lang-(b8)-1. Websites about travel in Canada. Newfoundland and Labrador. www.newfoundlandlabrador.com. Prince Edward Island. www.gentleisland.com. Nova Scotia. www.novascotia.com. New Brunswick. www.tourismnewbrunswick.ca. Quebec. www.bonjourquebec.com. Ontario. www.ontariotravel.net. Manitoba. www.travelmanitoba.com. Saskatchewan. www.sasktourism.com. Alberta. www.travelalberta.com. British Columbia. www.hellobc.com. Nunavut. www.nunavuttourism.com. Northwest Territories, www.spectacularnwt.com. Yukon Territory, www.travelyukon.com. Caption: Image of the Confederation Bridge with caption. The Confederation Bridge joins the provinces of New Brunswick and Prince Edward Island. At almost 13 kilometers in length, the bridge is the longest in the world to cross water that freezes in winter. Acknowledgements. The following Government of Canada departments and agencies were involved in the development of Discover Canada: Canadian Heritage, Canadian Human Rights Commission, Citizenship and Immigration Canada, Office of the Commissioner of Official Languages, Elections Canada, Environment Canada, Indian and Northern Affairs Canada, Industry Canada, Justice Canada, Library and Archives Canada, Library of Parliament, Natural Resources Canada, Parks Canada, Veterans Affairs Canada. The following organizations were involved in the development of Discover Canada: Canada's National History Society, Fédération de communautés francophones et acadiennes du Canada, FCFA, the Historica Dominion Institute, Institute for Canadian Citizenship. The following individuals were involved in the development of Discover Canada: Dr. Janet Azenstadt, Mr. Curtis Barlow, Dr. Randy Boyagoda, Mr. Marc Chalafaux, General Jean de Castellan, the Right Honourable Adrian Clarkson, Mr. Andrew Cohen, Mr. Alex Colville, Ms. Anne Dadson, Dr. Xavier Gelina, Dr. Jack Granatstein, Mr. Rudyard Griffiths, Dr. Linda Haverstock, Dr. Peter Henshaw, Dr. D. Michael Jackson, Senator Serge Joel, Dr. Margaret McMillan, Dr. Christopher McCreary, Mr. James Marsh, Father Jacques Monet, Dr. Jim Miller, Ms. Deborah Morrison, Dr. Desmond Morton, Mr. Bernard Potier, Mr. Colin Robertson, Dr. John Ralston Saul. Authorities. The following are the legal authorities under which Canada's citizenship program is administered. Section 5 of the Citizenship Act. Section 5, subsection 1. The Minister shall grant citizenship to any person who has an adequate knowledge of Canada and the responsibilities and privileges of citizenship. Section 15 of the Citizenship Regulations. Knowledge of Canada and citizenship criteria. Section 15, subsection 1. A person is considered to have an adequate knowledge of Canada if they demonstrate, based on their responses to questions prepared by the Minister, that they know the national symbols of Canada and have a general understanding of the following subjects. A. The chief characteristics of Canadian political and military history. B. The chief characteristics of Canadian social and cultural history. C. The chief characteristics of Canadian physical and political geography. D. The chief characteristics of the Canadian system of government as a constitutional monarchy. And E. Characteristics of Canada other than those referred to in paragraphs A to D. Section 15, subsection 2. A person is considered to have an adequate knowledge of the responsibilities and privileges of citizenship if they demonstrate, based on the responses to questions prepared by the minister, that they have a general understanding of the following subjects. A. Participation in the Canadian democratic process. B. Participation in Canadian society, including volunteerism, respect for the environment, and the protection of Canada's natural, cultural, and architectural heritage. C. Respect for the rights, freedoms, and obligations set out in the laws of Canada. And D. The responsibilities and privileges of citizenship other than those referred to in paragraphs A to C.
Memorable quotes. For here in Canada, I want the marble to remain the marble, the granite to remain the granite, the oak to remain the oak, and out of these elements I would build a nation great among the nations of the world. Sir Wilfrid Laurier, 7th Prime Minister of Canada, July 11, 1896 to October 6, 1911. I am a Canadian, free to speak without fear, free to worship in my own way, free to stand for what I think right, free to oppose what I believe wrong, or free to choose those who shall govern my country. This heritage of freedom I pledge to uphold for myself and all mankind. John Diefenbaker, 13th Prime Minister of Canada, June 21, 1957 to April 22, 1963. These quotes do not need to be learned for the citizenship test.
Caption. Image of Team Canada who won the gold medal in men's hockey during the 2010 Winter Olympics in Vancouver.